official.
Okay. So, Michael, thank you for coming all the way here. So two questions of the day are, what did you like about this event, and what did you learn about it?
I can't say I liked anything about this event because I loved everything about it. It's been money worth from the first minute that John started talking last night, and we've been here all day today. What have I learned? Holy cow, systems, 5 steps, keeping it simple, and you have to get on these calls because if you don't, you're going to be missing out on everything that we learned here and the momentum we started yesterday.
Hey you guys, Kelly Harden here. I wanted to share one thing that I liked about the John Maxwell event was how in-depth he went on how important personal growth is to be successful and raise your lid of potential. And one thing that I loved was that I'm going to be given a clear and duplicatable path on how to create leaders and successful leaders. And to me, that is 100% priceless. I don't think I could even put a dollar figure on that. And so I'm really excited to see where I grow personally this next 13 months and as a team. And I can't wait to see how the rest of the team momentum builds up and creates that culture that he was talking about as creating a journey on where we all want to go to get to our dreams. So talk soon. Thanks.
Okay, so we're here in Denver for the event. Obviously, those of us that came made a much larger investment to be here, but it's still been worth every penny. So I just have one question for you. What is it worth to you to be mentored by the #1 leadership expert in the entire world? $400, $1 a day, it's nothing. Think about what you'll learn, you'll gain. You just got to do it. You got to get it.
What I loved this weekend is learning to be leaders with my team, and we are going to be a team of leaders, building more leaders. And what I'm learning is how to be a leader, how to develop myself, how to invest in myself, and this is definitely a huge step forward for me. Awesome.
Hey guys, it's Michelle. We're here in Denver, and I can't begin to tell you how much I'm learning already. One of the things that I've learned this weekend so far that I love the most is the acronym ACT, which is Apply, Change, and Teach. That's not just a Beachbody application, that's a real world, everyday life application. And I can tell you that every single dollar that I've spent on this event and getting the calls, which are gonna just build on everything we've learned this weekend, it's been 1,000% worth the investment. And if you don't sign up for calls, then you're not in the room.
Hi, Kelly Ryan.
Hi, Anna Gray.
I have 2 questions for you.
Shoot.
What's one thing that you loved about this event and one thing that you learned about it from it?
One thing that I loved about this event was all the people that we've met and the brilliance of John Maxwell and his ability to help us look into ourselves and figure out what we can do. I'll start over again. What I loved about this event was how much the questions are what I love and what I learned.
What you loved, what you learned.
Okay, but what I love is how much I learned.
Yay!
So specifically, one thing that I learned, I guess I would break that down in a nutshell, is how to really self-evaluate, how to look at the things I'm doing well and the things that I need to work on, and really have applicable things that I can go and put into action. Because I think that's huge, is to be able to not just learn something, but then to act on it. That's the most important.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Anna.
I have 2 questions for you. What was one thing that you loved about this event and one thing that you learned from it?
I absolutely loved the team building and getting to know members of the team and having them so freely share hints and tips and tricks, and I've learned so much from them. But as far as the leadership aspect of the event, one thing that I've learned is where my weakest areas are, where my strongest areas are, and which ones I should be working on, and how to help my team members work on the same thing.
Okay, and then I have the 3rd question for you. You being a new diamond, right?
Yes.
What do you think of these calls? What is your take on this whole call thing?
This is an unbelievable opportunity. I mean, to be mentored personally by John Maxwell doesn't come along every day. It doesn't come along this cheap every day. And our opportunity to get involved and not only have us involved individually, but have every personally sponsored coach all the way up the line to be giving the same message and teaching the same thing to our team is going to set it on fire.
Hey Anna, thanks for asking me to submit these 2 questions. So the one thing that I loved is that we are going to have a plan designed by John Maxwell just for Beachbody, just for coaches of Beachbody. From the greatest educator in personal and leadership development. That's priceless. The next thing is the one thing that I learned. Honestly, I learned that I have a lot to learn. So I'm going to use the tools, the notes, and the techniques that he's going to be giving us over the next 12 months to make myself better. I felt that maybe I had hit a wall and wasn't doing much with my Beachbody business, and I just am, honestly, I feel great. I'm blessed to have John as our mentor on these calls for the next 12 months, and I'm just excited. So thanks for asking me to share. I look forward to the group and spending time with everybody.
Hello, Tasha.
Hi, Anna Gray.
I have 2 questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What is one thing that you loved about this event and one thing you learned from the event?
One thing that I loved about this event was the one-on-one time that I got to spend with my team and just the discussion and the after hours, and it's really the first time that I've gotten to really just sit down and have awesome conversations. One thing I've learned at this event, there's so much more than just one thing, but what I really like and what I'm really taking from it that I'm going to run with right away is that it's answered some of the questions and some of the what ifs as far as leadership and what I should be doing, and it's kind of helped me get an outline and maybe more organized in what I need to be doing as a leader to guide and to help my team. So
I mean, a 3rd question.
Okay.
What do you think about these calls?
I think it is an awesome opportunity for us as well as our coaches that are our existing coaches and any new coaches that come into the business. I think that we're going to see some really amazing things from Tracy's team in the next year, and I'm so excited to be here with one of my coaches and to be here with Kelly as my upline, and just our team, Kelly and Mike and I can't think of her first name. Doval, I guess is her last. Yeah, and Tracy, and I'm so excited to have awesome leaders that are willing to just be here with us.
And you're a leader because
yes, I'm a leader. So
right.
yeah.
Awesome. Hi, Mike Ryan.
Hey, Anna Gray.
I have 2 questions for you.
Sure.
What was one thing that you loved about this event, and one thing that you learned about this event? Learned from the event.
That's really hard to narrow the path on that because it's hard to quantify how much I've learned this weekend. Wow. The ACT principle, the acronym for ACT, was just fantastic. So many things, the 5 levels of leadership within so many different aspects of life. It's really just been so much. I mean, I've been to a lot of personal development seminars. I've been to, not to all of them, but I've been to a lot of them, and I'm pretty well read, and I do a lot of audios. I'm really pretty consistent with that. And this one truly surprised me. I don't know, it's not that I have my expectations low, I just didn't expect to have this much value added in my life. And we're in the business of adding value to people's lives. But that's what John C. Maxwell does, and he happens to be the best at it in the world. I mean, here's the guy that spoke for, opened the UN Council. Here's the guy that's, spoke to, I don't know, he has 1 country left in the world that he hasn't spoke to, and that's on the list for next year. So, it's really just...
So you learned the ACT. What do you think about this whole call thing?
The whole call thing's unbelievable because you're going to be mentored from the best there is in the business. So I mean, how do you say no to that? Like, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then you should really just probably quit and not do this because you're wasting your time and everybody else's time. So invest in yourself because you'll get the biggest return on investment in your life's history on you more than anything else you could ever do. So have fun with that.
The one thing that I loved about this event was that we came together as a team and now have a game plan on how to move forward as a team, not as a leader with people following. It's really as building a leadership team and moving forward together. So understanding that we didn't have the tools to be leaders, and that we were not alone, that, you know, top coaches didn't have the skills and the tools to develop leaders. So that's what I loved, is that we were not alone, and that we have collectively come together as a team to move forward as a team and learn together. What I learned from this event was, once again, that we are not alone, that if you think about it, in Beachbody, we have the 3 vital behaviors, which is great, and that's what's created a lot of our successes. But we don't really tap into how to develop leaders. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to do it. So what I learned is that, holy crap, we are like so lucky to be able to work with the top leadership development person in the world to teach us how to lead. Think about it. Is any of the Beachbody training leadership training, developing leadership? Nothing. So here's our opportunity to step out of the shadows of all these top coaches and all this rah-rah, and really develop depth, and to develop deep benches, you know, leaders that teach leaders to become leaders. So that's what I loved, and that's what I learned.
Hi, Mr. Kemp. How are you?
Hi, Anna. How are you?
I'm good. I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
1, what was something that you loved about this event? And 2, what was something that you learned from the event?
Absolutely, what I loved about the event is that Tracy, our good friend Tracy and wonderful coach, knew to invite the right people at the right time, and we're all in the same room, coming from a very similar place in our heart, with the right guy on stage. And I think, speaking for a lot of us, I think we all felt that lightning in the room, and it was just a treat to be included in this group. And also what I learned from this weekend is that there's a reason why I'm in this room, and I have a greater purpose than maybe I knew before. And this is a more clear-cut strategy with which to get us further down this journey to build this culture that I know our company needs, and that I'm excited to be a part of.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Mel. I'm here on the plane. I'm about to depart. I just want to do a quick video for you guys to tell you that one of the things that I loved about this weekend was the fact that we're going to actually have a plan. It's not like Hive. It's not just like training, like, okay, go do it yourself. There's an actual step-by-step. And I don't know how many companies are, much less teams, can say that John Maxwell is going to take them under their wing, basically, and mentor them. But all I know is that don't be the person that's going to be regretting it later. And don't live in the what ifs. Just do it now, because if he can bring countries back to life and he can bring big, huge companies, imagine what he can do for our team.
Hey guys, Gina here, and I just wanted to take a second to say we just got back from the John Maxwell event. We had such an amazing time. It's always so awesome to get together with your team members and be able to talk to each other and create those friendships and just learn from each other. And in this process, John Maxwell for the next year has agreed to work with us and help us develop ourselves as leaders and help us be able to help our team develop leaders by creating an entire system for us to use from here on forward. It's going to be an amazing opportunity you don't want to miss. And we're going to be able to collaborate with our team members and work in groups to build and recognize leaders and be able to know exactly what to do. I feel that our system is going to just explode. What we do as coaches is just going to explode, and you need to be a part of it.